Well, the Houston Astros are the defending World Series champions, and your fan base, they want to share in that experience. Tonight, they get their replica rings here at Minute Maid Park as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball this evening. It's the opening game of a three-game series, the Mariners and the Astros. Good to have you with us here in Houston at Minute Maid Park. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. Good pitching matchup. Young Framber Valdez goes against the veteran Wade LeBlanc. And here's a look at the Mariner batting order, topped by Mitch Haniger.
Mariner starting lineup brought to you by Jack in the Box. Mitch Haniger, 25 home runs, 89 RBIs on the year. Hitting third, Nelson Cruz, the DH, was out of the lineup yesterday under the weather, but back in the lineup today. And Kyle Seager, a 6-game hitting streak, he will bat fifth in the lineup.
And here we go. Haniger back in Houston, where he started this fabulous run as a leadoff man back on August 9th. He went 9 for 17 in that 4-game sweep by the Mariners here.
In his first game leading off, hit a home run out to left field.
Second time the Mariners are seeing Valdez, his big league debut in Seattle on the 21st of August. Big numbers there by Mitch. Big generator offensively. Bouncing ball down to third, backhanded by Bregman. Foul ball. StatCast AI powered by AWS.
Have the shift on.
Pitch 2 for 4 in the loss yesterday in Anaheim. Mariners win 3 out of 4 against the Angels, closing out that season series. Home plate umpire tonight is Brian Gorman, with Nick Lentz at first, Trip Gibson at second, Adrian Johnson at third.
And Valdez facing the Mariners at Safeco. Dave was mentioning it was in Safeco Field in relief. He's been in the rotation ever since.
Solidly stroked left center field. Good start for the Mariners. Mitch Haniger is aboard.
Framber Valdez. 5 games, 4 starts for him, a 3-1 record, a 2.66 ERA, and 23 2/3, 18 strikeouts for him. Opponent's hitting just 193 as a ground ball pitcher. His ground ball rate right around 70% this year. Fastball, curveball, his average fastball at 92 miles an hour. Defense for Houston, again, they're healthy again. George Springer in center field, Correa and Altuve playing up the middle. Martin Maldonado will do the catching. Brian McCann healthy, but Maldonado, one of the best throwing catchers in the business.
Gene Segura, ball one. Good to have Gene back in the lineup. We're not kidding about Maldonado. We saw him all season in the last couple of years with the Angels. He will test you, and he has no problem trying to pick you off at first base. Segura, a lot of success last time here in Houston, 6 for 17.
Dave, it was an interesting travel day for the Mariners yesterday.
Lay it out for us, Mike.
Yeah,
what
well,
happened?
you'd like to see them get on the scoreboard early today.
So, I'll give you an idea, folks. We completed the game yesterday against the Angels, and usually we have what, 40. The first bus about 40 minutes, 45 minutes after final out. Then we get a text from Jack Mussman. We got a problem. We're not gonna be able to get on the bus till maybe 7:45. I think was the original,
yeah,
right?
I think so.
Then that got moved to 8:45.
Mechanical issue with the plane.
And what I was told is the truck driver hit the wrong gear, wound up backing over the plane, did some damage. So Aaron Goldsmith was good enough to use his Domino's card.
Yeah, had some pizza as we waited around.
And we were outside at the waiting area at the broadcast area. There were like 10 of us,
yeah.
TV and radio production crew, and feet up on chairs watching Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, players were doing the same thing down in the clubhouse, and unfortunately, because of the delays, again, it was a mechanical issue. There's nothing you can do about it. It happens from time to time. Not very often, though, but
thank goodness.
The Mariners end up getting to Houston really late.
About 3:15 was the last time I did a time check.
Yeah, I think that's
saw
about
Scott
right.
Service today. Said, so, got a lot of sleep tonight, huh? Rubbing his eyes. Gene fouls one back. He said, yeah, a lot of football and some bad food
Yeah.
down there. Some of the vagaries of traveling. Or as I used to tell my wife all the time, welcome to the wonderful world of travel. It happens.
Mentioned that Nelson wasn't in the lineup yesterday. Daniel Vogelback ended up being the DH yesterday and hit a home run. 2-run home run out to right field.
Monster shot, too. Did he check it? He did. Nick Lynch. First 2 men are aboard.
A two-seam fastball off the outside corner. Definitely a ball, and Gene able to check his swing. Things with Valdez. Really pitched well for Houston, but he throws a lot of pitches. Going to be in that 5-inning range typically.
He threw 67 pitches in 4 1/3 in his debut against the big league debut. It was against the Mariners. Here's Nelly. Breaking ball. Ball 1. Saw Nelly in the clubhouse. Had his hoodie on, a hood on top. Looked like a monk. You all right? Yeah, 100%. And he just, you could see it in his eyes. No, but I'm going to play. I said, that's what I figured I'd hear.
His typical answer would be good enough to play.
He's good enough at less than 100%. He's pretty doggone good.
Especially in this ballpark.
Yes,
he
sir.
likes to hit in this ballpark.
See if he has an appointment with the train engineer. Deep left center field. I don't know, what's that, a couple 100 feet up. Another great year for Cruz. 36 home runs, 89 runs batted in. Ian Henniger tied with Giancarlo Stanton for 8th place in the league in RBIs. 1-2. And breaking ball, swings and a miss.
Had a hard time finding the strike zone with his fastball, so he goes to the breaking ball. Curveball at 80 miles an hour. Just the 2 pitches for him. There's in off the plate.
Valdez, 24 years old, out of Palenque in the Dominican Republic. 5'11", 170. Here's Ryan Healy. 0 for 4, couple of strikeouts in yesterday's game. First pitch strike.
Borderline strike.
Healy in the 6-5 win Saturday at Anaheim went 2 for 4. Got down the best bunt I think I've ever seen from a power hitter.
Bunt base hit.
Yep. Beautiful.
Definitely did it on his own. Yep, he did it on his own. Surprised everybody. But it was an excellent bunt. Pick up a hit.
Bottom of the zone. 1-1. Mariners, you gotta like this number, Mike. 8-8 on the season against Houston. 5-1 here. So they've won the season series here.
That's a big improvement for them. They've struggled in this ballpark and against this club over the past few years. It's a good sign. Another excellent curveball. Not throwing it for a strike. Towards the back foot of the right-handed hitters and then swinging over the top of it.
Last time the Mariners finished the season series with on the uptick here in Houston was 2014. They went 6-3 here at Minute Maid. Ball 2 strikes. 2-2. Maldonado, good catch. Astros looking to clinch a spot in the postseason this homestand. Outside chance of clinching the division as well. And Hill comes up empty. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 out, 2 on.
To the base hit to Haniger and then a walk from Gene. A couple of strikeouts. That was a 2-seamer down out of the strike zone. A lot of movement to it. It's a lot of ground balls with the 2-seam fastball. On his two-seam fastball, the ground ball right there's the movement to it. It's at 78%. Rivera Supermo looks like it's going to be at the bottom of the knees. It had already been called a strike at the knees, and then the bottom falls out of it.
Here's Kyle Seager. Went for 3. And yesterday's tilt in Anaheim.
1 for 3 extended his hitting streak to 6 games.
Trying to finish strong. 219, 21 homers, 74 runs batted in. See if Kyle can get something going here. Outfield. Center fielder Springer straight away, not particularly deep. You don't have to play deep in left field. That's where Marwin Gonzalez is. And right fielder's Josh Reddick pretty much straight up. And as you can tell, the Astro fans got the memo. Wear orange.
Nobody has hit more home runs in this ballpark as a visitor than Kyle Seager. 10 of them. Nelson Cruz right behind him at 9. Robinson Cano with 8.
Cano getting the night off. Robbie, 2016. Remember that year he had here 476, 7 homers, 14 runs batted in, 10 games here in Houston. Foul back.
You mentioned Valdez will throw a lot of pitches to get through 5 innings. Already 24 pitches here in the first inning. 12 strikes.
Tremendous rotation, and the bullpen is not too shabby either here with this Houston ball club. #1 in ERA in the American League at 2.67. Mariners are 8th at 4.12. Breaking ball, did he go? He did. Here's Adrian Johnson, inning over. So Valdez gives up a single and a walk, then strikes out the side. Astros coming to bat. There we go. The Houston Astros, 4th in batting, 4th in runs. Good offensive ball club. George Springer's going to lead it off. Here's a look at the rest of their lineup.
Now they're healthy again and swinging the bats. Well, George Springer is going to lead things up. 20 home runs for the leadoff hitter. Alex Bregman hitting 3rd in the lineup. What a year he has had. He leads Major League Baseball with 81 extra base hits. Josh Reddick will round out the 9 for Houston. And Wade LeBlanc has pitched well lately. 3.5 ERA for him. 114 strikeouts. Over 34 walks. Opponents hitting .241 against Wade.
Wade's running into a very hot George Springer, hitting .400 here in the month of September. First pitch in there for strike. Astros in the middle portion of their final homestand. They went 2-1 against Arizona. They got the Mariners for 3 and the Angels for 3. Prior to that, they won 2 of 3 at Boston and swept 3 at Detroit. They will finish 3 at Toronto, 4 at Baltimore.
Wade has faced Houston 5 times this year, a couple of times out of the bullpen early in the season, 3 starts against Houston. That is struggles against this lineup. Good right-handed hitting lineup against him. He has pitched well against him too, and the difference is keeping the ball in the ballpark. When he's been able to keep the ball in the ballpark, he has pitched well. The home run has hurt him here.
3 games, 1-1 record at 8.10 ERA against Houston this season as a starter. As he strikes out Springer. Good start.
Set up on the outside corner, elevated fastball. He swings underneath it. A late swing from Springer. 4-way fastball. The upper 80s, cutter, changeup to go with an occasional slider, curveball.
One of the best players in the game, Jose Altuve.
Finally healthy. Had an issue with his knee, but back in the lineup and swinging the bat well lately.
28 years old, and what a career. 5 consecutive years as an all-star, total of 6. MVP last year. Well deserved. He had 346, got 3 batting titles. He's got 4 years where he hit 200 or more hits. He's got good numbers against LeBlanc.
Because he was injured and on the DL, I think this is going to be the first time in a while where he doesn't lead the league in hits.
You start talking about that many seasons of 200 hits. You're talking Ichiro, talking Pete Rose.
Right.
LeBlanc very wary. 3-1. Astros 5-4 winners against Arizona yesterday. Altuve 2 for 5.
Trying to pitch him away, missing off the plate for ball 4. Defense for the Mariners. Guillermo Heredia will be in center field. D. Gordon at second base on this road trip. He's already played shortstop, center field. He'll be at second. Robinson Cano out of the lineup. Mike Zunino will do the catching.
Cano coming off a 2 for 11. But it was a big one of those hits, a big one, the bases clearing double couple of nights ago. Here's Alex Bregman, flat out star, MVP of the All-Star game. 294, 30 home runs. Look at that, extra base hits, leads the American League. He's in an even 100 and runs batted in. Saw him play shortstop during one of the series. I think it was last time we were here.
There's the numbers, and he will use the entire ballpark, but his power is to left center field.
Which is a good thing in this ballpark. 362 left center field, 315 down the line to get into the Crawford boxes. Young man from Albuquerque, New Mexico, played his college ball at LSU. Segura or Seager? It will be the shortstop.
Wade has been pitching well as of late in his last 4 starts, a 1.13 ERA. Almost batting average with runners in scoring position, 0.59, so very stingy. Home runs per 9, and a slugging percentage. So he's been pitching well late.
4th on the team in wins with 8. Good stuff there. Billy Gurriel. Foul. James Paxton back with the ball club, coming off a bout with pneumonia. Been there, done that. He said ache from head to toe and back again. He's taking medicine for that, the viral effects, the bacterial effects. Hopefully he'll be able to get out, throw a bullpen tomorrow. Scott Service said to get a better idea to gauge when you might be able to see him get back on the mound for the Mariners.
Yeah, he was talking about it before the game, saying that he just needs to get him back out onto the field, running around again.
Tell you what, that pneumonia can kick your butt. I had it one time. I wound up missing about a week of basketball one time. Not good. Speedy recovery to Pax. Altuve, a do-it-all player, as you know, 16 out of 19 in base stealing. Astros 4th in batting runs, 6th in home runs, 4th in hits. The other number that jumps out at their profile, 283 runners in scoring position, batting average, second only to Boston at 292. That's in the major leagues. 1-2. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed, and that will do it. Nice work by Wade LeBlanc in the first inning, stranding Altuve. We go to the second inning. Brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by the Laborers Union. Text jobs to 41411 for construction jobs in your area. Fourth largest city in America, Houston, Texas. Hot, humid this time of year. So, were you assaulted walking across the street today when you left the hotel by the weather?
I thought because you look at the temperatures and it was going to be in the low 90s today, which was actually the last time we were here, I think it was 100. So I thought that I would walk over to the ballpark. It's a nice walk through the city. And I made it across the street, turned around, and went back over to the hotel and had somebody drive me over.
Got a big tip for whoever wants to drive me.
That's exactly right.
It's Cameron
It
Maven.
was humid out.
Yes, it was. Bless their hearts for putting a retractable roof on this one as Maven is quickly dispatched.
4 strikeouts in a row.
Yes, indeed.
Valdez dialing up the fastball at the bottom of the zone.
Mike Zunino.
Well, you're not going to tell me that you walked over today, right?
Not even close. Walked to the market, got my breakfast stuff.
Yeah.
Got back, fanning myself all the way.
And the market is across the street. Wasn't a long walk.
Hey, folks, that is no lie. Zunino flies to right. It was 57 and lovely in Seattle today. quick 2 outs here. Brings up Guillermo Heredia playing in center field. Love seeing that play when we did our open. Great play he made on that catch right center field last time we were here. Got the double play at first. Simply outstanding.
I like the fact that on his throw, it bounced a couple of times. He has plenty of arm strength to throw it all the way in the air, but he didn't need to do that. He just wanted to make sure that they were able to get the double play. Turned out to be an easy play for Healy at first.
2-0. In tight. Already played Saturday's game. 1 0 for 2. Good start to this road trip. 3 here in Houston, 3 at the Rangers.
Base hit.
Correa could not get to it. Second hit for the Mariners, their 3rd base runner. Henniger with a leadoff single and Segura walking to first. Bring up D. Gordon.
It's on the ground, but it finds a hole in the left side of the infield. Mentioned it with Valdez in the first inning. He's one of the better ground ball pitchers the Mariners are going to face this year. And an aggressive swing jams him a little bit. Bring up D. Gordon. D hitting 9th.
0 for 1 against Valdez. Ball 1. Bregman in on the grass at 3rd. Way outside, 2-0. Outfield tilted towards left field for D. Nice hop for Correa. Get the 4th inning over. When we come back, going to be Marwin Gonzalez leading off for the Stros. $20,000 fans, they're going to get a Ken Griffey Jr. Pop collectible thanks to Funko. A number of limited edition Funkos will be mixed in, including 1,000 rookie and 24 bronze versions. Plus, 10 collectibles will be signed by the kid himself, so swing by Mariners.com for your tickets. Great to have you here. The indoor splendor, the air-conditioned splendor of Minute Maid Park. 91 degrees outside here in Houston. Mariners, last time in, won 4-game series, taking all 4 games. Marwin Gonzalez leads off. A guy that has really been murder against Mariner pitching, almost along the lines of Mike Trout. Gonzalez 2 for 4 against Wade LeBlanc. Both are home runs. Gonzalez switch hitter. Big swing. Gonzalez, a 351 hitter against the Mariners this year. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Career 318. 17 homers and 40 runs batted in.
I was going to say, you said this year at 351. It seems that way every year, doesn't it? Every now in this game, you will run across a player or two that just has your number. And for the Mariners, Marwin has been one of those players. And it seems that it doesn't matter what side of the plate he's going to swing from. He'll play all the positions on the infield and some outfield. We've seen him in left field this year. Good changeup from Wade.
2-2. Gonzalez, Correa, and Gaddis. Foul off.
That has been an excellent pitch for Wade LeBlanc. The cutter on the outside corner to the right-handers. We'll note there, Justin Verlander named American League Player of the Week. 21 strikeouts. But the cutter starts it off the plate. It'll be 84, 85 miles an hour. And typically the right-handed hitters will give up on that pitch. They'll take it. The key is you have to be able to locate it like he did on the last one, right on the corner. Gonzalez fouling it off. Well, he'll also pitch inside with it, but don't see many use the cutter away. And that's just a good elevated fastball. He's done that a couple of times to Houston.
So back-to-back Ks. He's got 3 already.
Yeah.
Good start to the second. Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink bringing you what's next. Mike Leake, Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, that big heater. Mike Leake coming off a fine performance in his last outing to get that 10th win.
Odd to see Carlos Correa hitting 6th in the lineup. Typically he's their cleanup hitter, but since coming back from the disabled list, he had a back issue. Coming back from the DL, he just has not swung the bat well, so he's dropped down to 6th in the lineup.
Third straight game batting 6th. I know when I write down the lineup, where's Correa? And then I get down to 6. It's like, what?
Yeah, typically he's hitting 4th in the lineup. Missed a lot of time. Numbers are down.
In fact, we were here when he made his major league debut. That was a big deal when they signed him. And then I remember walking in, and the conference room they had down in the concourse on the first base side, they had a big room, and man, it was packed with media. 1-1 pitch.
There's just another big athletic shortstop. Good size to him. He's just going to get stronger. His power numbers are going to go up. Strong throwing arm, but struggling lately.
Two and two.
I think he really has them thinking about his changeup because he's throwing his fastball. It is elevated. It's above the belt, but he's throwing his fastball by him at 86, 87.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Love the been in Wade's mind knowing that he's 1-1 against these guys. 3 starts with an 8 ERA. And how he was going to attack him this time, you know, something different. What could he do differently to have some success?
Well, I think it's been pretty apparent right now. He's rarely thrown a pitch inside. He is staying away and really trying to work the outside corner. And I think if that's going to be the result of it, he loses a batter or 2 today, might cost him a little bit on his pitch count. But his job is going to be keep the ball in the ballpark, and he's certainly capable.
Second walk. See if the Mariners can get a double play here. Evan Gattis.
Gattis has been one of the reasons he's had a problem here.
You betcha.
Hitting .462 with 3 home runs and 13 at-bats against Wade.
That is some big-time damage. 6 hits, 3 for home runs. A day or two out as you're getting ready to play a team. You see the pitching matchups and get that pulse rate up when you see a guy that you know that you've been raking against.
You're aware of it, yes. Yeah, both sides are. You know, Wade knows what the numbers are too.
Nice play. There's 1 and there's 2. Rackham, very nice. Very nice. Right on time. He got the double play. Nothing across for the Astros. As we open up a series here in Houston. You know, distraction occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone. Let's reach our target 0 goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family, 0 traffic deaths in our state. So through the first 2 innings, nice pitching matchup, busy concourse. And there have been occasions, Mike, when we both roam those concourse and come back with some satisfied eats.
Yes, we have.
Good job down here in Houston.
Second time through the lineup for the Mariners. Mitch Haniger let the game off with a base hit, a line drive into left center field. First time through the lineup for Valdez. He gave up a couple of hits, but 4 strikeouts for him. Showing a pretty good curveball, sinking fastball tonight.
Like 1 to Mitch, and those strikeouts, 4 consecutive. Cruz, Healy, Seager, and Maben. Maben was the only one caught looking. 3 defenders left side of the infield for Mitch. Fouls this one off. Base hit to left on a 3-1 pitch to open up the ball game. Chase. 5 strikeouts for Valdez.
It started off pretty good for the Mariners. Mentioned Haniger in the first with the base hit. Segura, who is standing in now, walked after that. They're both stranded in the first inning.
And Gene more straight up in the infield. Springer to center fielder, coming in a little bit. A few steps towards right center. For Segura. 5th in the league and hitting at .308 starting tonight.
Even his four-seam fastball has some run to it. Four-seamer 92, 93, sinker at about 89, 90. And then the curveball.
Here's the final homestand for the Mariners. Beginning next Monday, those Athletics since June 16th, 56 and 24. Way outside. Hard time dialing in a strike here against Segura. 3-1. Good pitch here for Gene. Yeah, he takes ball 4. Second time he's walked. Second walk of the ball game. Kids Appreciation Day. It's presented by Ivers in Kid Valley. Perfect day for little sluggers everywhere. It's coming up Sunday, September 30th. Join the Mariners for a day of prizes and surprises. They're going to face off against the Rangers at 12:10. All youngsters take home a poster featuring the Mariner Moose. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Nelson Cruz struck out on a 1-2 pitch first time up. Bounce the ball. Here's Altuve. They get the lead runner. And Nelly for the double play. Inning over. Correa came over and had some pepper on that throw. 9 pitches for Valdez. Built for baseball. Nelson Cruz, classic professional. Under the weather, trying to stay out of a double play. He's had leg and foot injuries. Look at him, max effort going down the line. It's one of the many reasons why we love this guy.
No surprise at all to see the effort from Nelson again. Out of the lineup yesterday, under the weather, still doesn't feel great, but trying to keep that inning going as he ended it with the double play.
Martin Maldonado, the catcher. Nelly did the smart thing when the double play was over. He took his time. He took the old man's walk back to the dugout. No rush. Still got some good swings left on him. A lot. Maldonado line drive. And Maben is right there to make the play. Cam had it all the way.
3 strikeouts for Wade through the first couple of innings.
Well, now you're going to hear a lot of Ric Flair cheers here, that woo, because Josh Reddick is coming to the plate.
Hit his 15th home run of the year yesterday. Mariners have the shift on. Expect him to pull the ball on the ground.
Been known to
put on one of those wrestling type championship belts like Ric Flair.
Woo! Outfield is straight up.
Not a big wrestling guy, but Ric Flair was and is entertaining.
Look at the defense.
6 for 12 career with a home run against LeBlanc. Two and one. The Astros right fielder.
Right back in the count. Only behind 2-0. Couple of quality pitches. Trying to change his arm angle a little bit on that last fastball. Tied him up with it. Was a late swing.
Tried to paint, missed. More luck, Wade LeBlanc would be sitting on about 13 or 14 wins this year. Such is baseball. He's had a good year for the Mariners.
He's really pitched well for the Mariners. He's been a hot pitcher for him lately. A 1-1-3 in his last 4 outings.
Fist. Reddick was able to foul it back. This will be the 8th pitch coming up. We saw a lot of Reddick when he was with the Athletics, and then he moved on to the Dodgers before landing here. Big crowd. Astros 3rd to the Yankees and Angels in attendance. Center field, Heredia got a good jump. Here he comes, he makes the play. And he gets good jumps, takes good angles, closes well. He's a good outfielder.
He really is, and his routes, he takes a direct line to the ball most of the time, and his reads more than anything. You see a big swing, especially Reddick with some power, and most outfielders would freeze or even take a step back, but he was breaking in right away. Excellent read.
2 outs. Back to the top of the order, George Springer struck out swinging, 1-2 pitch.
He's not made a mistake in the outfield this year. He's not made an error.
Springer's had his bumps and bruises during the course of this year. World Series MVP last season. Kid plays hard. One.
Well, the other thing, Dave, too, with Springer is the amount of improvement in a short period of time. When we first saw him, when he was first breaking, he was swinging at everything, striking out a lot.
Now it seems all he does is do damage.
Yeah, he can still turn it loose, but a much better idea. A little ways ahead here in this at bat.
2 out, nobody on. Bottom 3rd. No runs, 2 hits for the Mariners. No runs, no hits for the Astros. LeBlanc has walked 2. Survived both. 1-2 pitch. Survival mode on that swing.
Excellent pitch, and it's something that he has done through the first couple of innings. Is pitch away. That last pitch, a changeup off the plate, turns it over a little bit, has some run to it. Just trying to stay out of the middle of the strike zone.
Two and 2 to Springer. On the edges.
Away.
Yep. Now 2 bases on deck, 2 outs. in the third.
In this ballpark, you have to pitch inside or they'll start to lane out over the plate. We're seeing that so far in this at bat. 6 pitches, 2 of them in, 1 of them well off the plate inside, and the other 4 pitches away from him. Going away again.
Payoff pitch. Ground ball to Segura. Wade LeBlanc nicely done through 3. Goes 1, 2, 3 against the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Ryan Healy leads off when we get back. Against LeBlanc. Time now for the Jet closing easy to use standings. And here's what we're dealing with coming down the stretch. 12 more games after tonight. A's breathing hard on the Yankees and the Astros. And the Rays have jumped ahead of the Mariners. So Tampa Bay Rays, what a finish they've had. Tampa Bay leading 1-0 in the 4th at Texas. Here's Ryan Healy.
Just a couple of hits so far for the Mariners. 2 singles, one by Haniger, the other one by Heredia.
Healy, Seager, and Maben 4, 5, and 6.
Rays out in front of the Rangers early.
Crowded him. Good count here. 2-0 for Healy. Struck out on a 2-2 pitch. Mariners have a hit by Haniger in the 1st. Heredia in the 2nd. LeBlanc has limited the Astros. They shut them down. No hits through 3.
A little bit surprised to see Ryan take that fastball. 92 right in the middle of the plate. Heading the count 2-0.
Two-one pitch. Bouncing ball. Correa's got it. Steps into the throw. Nicely done there. 1 out. Routine play. All right, most home runs by visitor at Minute Maid Park. Kyle Seager, Nelly Cruz. You got 3 Mariners in the top 4. Rougned Odor, not surprised there. Logan Morrison, 1-time Mariner. And Edwin Encarnacion.
Not surprised to see those 3 Mariners on that list.
Correct.
Since 2013.
Here's Kyle. Struck out on a 2-2 pitch. We just saw Correa throw from the hole there. He's got a better arm. He or Manny Machado from shortstop. I mean, is it a push? I think I'll call it a push. Both terrific.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Machado seems he throws sidearm most of the time. It's rare to see him get over the top and really get on it. Correa typically will turn it loose. They're probably, yeah, I bet they're similar. Machado probably throwing over the top a little bit more now that he's at shortstop. Now we're playing with the Dodgers. Since the Dodgers is at third base again. Interesting to see what happens with him next year and what position he will play. He wants to play shortstop. He said he wants to play shortstop. Let's see.
There's a rumor that popped out the other day. All kinds of speculation about he and Harper. So the Phillies may try to get both. That's a lot of money. Three and one.
Show the numbers in this ballpark, and Kyle's at the top of the list with 10. Count. Get a fastball to hit.
Valdez doing something we didn't see over the last 4 days. He's quick pitching.
Getting a fastball top of the zone, middle in.
Big shift on as per usual for Seager. Here we go. 3 and 2. Third walk issue by Valdez. First time he's walked somebody other than Segura. One out base runner. Here in the 4th inning. Make sure you join us Monday, September 24th. It's EQC Guys Night Out. Take part in a special offer that includes a game ticket, a drink voucher, and Mariners tank top for $40. Ticket special. It's available only at mariners.com/guys. Cameron Maben, 218 hitter with the Mariners, 251 with Miami. Up the middle, gloved a little bit by the pitcher. It turns into a 1-6-4-3 double play. Second double play turn in as many innings by the Astros. The Mariners have done it once. Double plays his last couple innings by the Stros. They've done a nice job.
We've talked about Valdez and his ground ball rate, and it's coming to play here tonight. Just one fly ball out and a couple of double plays turned by Houston. We'll keep an eye on as Valdez continues to deal. He's getting pitched well for Houston coming into this one. A 2.66 ERA. So the Mariners are going to have to try to find a way to get him to elevate the fastball. In the meantime, Wade LeBlanc has also pitched well. His second time through the lineup. Just a couple of walks from Wade. That's it.
He's got Altuve, Bregman, and Gurriel. 2-3-4 coming up. Altuve, first time up, walked in a 3-1 pitch, one of 2 walks issued by Wade LeBlanc. No runs, no hits. High fly ball to left. Maven's taking care of it.
Well, a few times we've seen a pitch in the middle of the plate from Wade.
Luckily, Altuve got straight up under it.
Yeah, able to get away with it.
Brings up Bregman, third baseman, popped out to short.
He has been healthy this year and he's been their best player. 30 home runs, 100 RBIs. At one point, he was playing shortstop with Correa out.
Another thing, we talked about it last time we were here. I think when he was at the third A, he had just come back to third. But he throws so well in the run. Accurate and strong throws.
Shortstop in college.
Yep.
Good player having a very good year.
Yanked foul.
That's what we talked about. You have to pitch inside some, and even though he was able to square it up, it was a cutter right on the inside corner. Was not going to be able to keep it fair. Just a long strike, quickly ahead for Wade LeBlanc.
First round pick, second overall in the 2015 draft out of LSU. Dansby Swanson went first. Swanson, good young shortstop for the Atlanta Braves. Wow, Benintendi was in that draft. He went 7th. Two and 2 to Bregman.
For that second strike. And careful. A couple of pitches well off the plate away.
Garrett Cole's been pushed back. We'll get Josh James tomorrow for the Astros. 2 and 2 here to Bregman. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Wade LeBlanc.
And another changeup that he's going to turn over, run it off the outside corner and get him to chase it. Good movement on the changeup.
Yuli Gurriel, who 2 struck out his first time. Got Gurriel played straight up. Here's a pitch. Worked inside, missed. Up, down, in, out, change speeds. Pretty good formula.
And have excellent command, which is what we've seen from him tonight.
Ball with 2 strikes.
And he can pitch backwards, falls behind, back into the count again with a breaking ball. Does not give in to the hitter.
Beg your pardon, 2 and 1. Two outs, nobody on here in the 4th. Two hits in the ball game. Haniger in the first, Heredia in the second. Mariners been walked 3 times by Valdez. LeBlanc has walked 2. He's not given up a hit. There we go, 2 and 2. Bonino giving a chase. Oh! Made a good run.
I couldn't tell if it had a piece of the net or not. A little bit of room to the backstop. Pops it straight up. Mike finds it right away. You can see him get rid of the mask, then try to make the basket catch with a catcher's glove. Not easy. And maybe ended up getting just a piece of the screen.
Might have been a foot. Might have been a foot wide himself. This one down the line. That's a fair ball. Haniger got a chance to throw him out. Here's the throw. It is not in time.
Well, the first hit for Houston, and it will go for extra bases. Strong throw from Mitch. Gurriel really picked it up once he rounded first base. He knew he was going to be in a little bit of trouble. At this point, everybody in the league is aware of Haniger and his arm. This ricochets off the wall. It's well played right to Mitch. Doesn't overrun it, and then the strong throw. It's a little bit high. Segura gets the tag down. And he's also able to stay on the base. Primera Supermo in the slide by Gurriel. Keeps contact with the base.
Haniger and Benintendi atop the American League assist leaderboard with 11.
It was a great look at Trip Gibson, second base umpire, and right on top of the play.
This one cranked deep to left. They'll play it off the screen, 1-0. Astros digging for second. And getting there standing is Gonzalez, doing damage again to the Mariners. His 64th run batted in on the season. His 24th double. A lot of two-out action here in the fourth by the Astros.
And being aggressive, went after the first pitch. It was down in the zone. Just dropped the barrel on it, driving it out to left center field. Mentioned the numbers for Gonzalez, his first time up hitting over 350 against the Mariners this year coming into the game. It's off the fence what they have out there.
A little late on the relay. Here's Correa. He walked first time up. Back-to-back doubles, 2 outs here in the fourth. First pitch strike to Correa. Trying to get the third out here. Correa's been battling back issues. Average well below where we usually see him.
Came into the game hitting 242, and so far he's just been late. I wonder if his struggles have been more of a timing issue for him. Missed a lot of time because of a back injury.
315 hitter last year, 274 2 seasons ago. Rookie year, 279. Give you an idea where he usually is. Got him to chase. 5th strikeout for LeBlanc. Damage done though on a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. It's 1-0 Houston. All right, Brett, thank you very much. Here is Mike Zunino, bottom third of the order coming up. Zunino, Heredia, and Gordon. Breaking ball for strike from Flamber Valdez. What have we learned? The fact that he can throw a double play ground ball.
It is right to the scouting report.
Man,
his two-seam fastball, we mentioned the ground ball rate is 78%. We certainly have seen that. His curveball also has been down in the zone. And his four-seamers topped out at 94 miles an hour, but typically it's been right there at 93. His command has been a little bit better than what we saw the first time when he came in relief.
Right.
So maybe he's settling in as a starter now. But his stuff is right to the scouting report on the ground. In fact, we've only seen one fly ball out, and that was Zunino, who flew out to right field. Everything else has either been a strikeout or a ground ball out. And you can see when he's throwing his two-seamer just how much it moves down out of the strike zone, and that's why he's getting so much weak contact. There's the breaking ball again. Well, they thought they had a strikeout, but Mike must have been able to get a piece of it.
Catches a break, see if he can capitalize here.
Another one.
Oh boy.
I think that's one of those pitches. Brian Gorman, veteran home plate umpire, he missed it and knew it right away.
Yeah, right. Comes back with that pitch. Mike's got to jump all over. 2-2. Strikes out. And for Valdez, he's got 6 Ks. 1 out here in the 5th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Great to have you with us, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew here in Houston, Texas. First at 3. 1 out. Here in the 5th. Here's Heredia. Got a base hit to left. Season best for Valdez, the 6 strikeouts.
64 pitches, 34 strikes.
Guillermo has the advantage here. Three and 1. 2 out back-to-back doubles in the home 4th. RBI by Gonzalez for the 1-0 Houston lead. And on board again is Heredia. 4th walk issued by Valdez.
I think he's real happy right now. I think he feels he's getting squeezed a little bit. And looking at the tracer, that might be the case.
Very diplomatic. D. Gordon. Bounced in with force out to end the 2nd inning.
Bregman, the 3rd baseman, in on the grass.
D 0 for 2 against Flamber Valdez. And that'll be a wild pitch. Advancing the 2nd is Heredia. Chance for D here to tie this thing up. see Springer at left center field. Center fielder. He can pull one. He can run for a long time.
Now Reddick in right center field.
2-1 pitch. Right to the shortstop, Correa. Under at second, Holtz 2 away.
And that will bring up Mitch Haniger. Haniger with a base hit to left center field his first time up a line drive, ended up striking out swinging. It was the two-seamer off the plate away his second time up. 89 RBIs on the year.
He and Nelly tied for that number. I think the rest of the league realizes how good this kid is. 11 assists. He and Andrew Benintendi top the league list. And the all-star team that gets away. Heredia, nope, he'll hold. Run on 2 hits for the Astros. No runs, 2 hits for the Mariners. Two-0 here. Valdez, his 6th appearance, his 5th start.
So Mitch Haniger is going to get a fastball, see if he can get it up in the zone, something he can hit on a line or in the air. Valdez steps off.
Two-0 pitch. 3-0.
Being really careful with Mitch, but no bargain on deck. Gene Segura waiting.
He's walked Gene twice. Fred Strum, pitching coach, on the horn. 4th hitter. Start with a 3-0 count. Breaking ball for strike 1.
Well, he knew that he had the green light. Didn't want to challenge him with a fastball, and looked like Mitch was ready to hit. And that's the reason why he threw the breaking ball. If he missed with it, hit first base open, he'll start over with Gene. But pretty good pitch. See where he wants to go this time.
Veteran right-hander Joe Smith warming up in the Astros pen. 3-1 to Haniger. He's aboard. So 5 walks in the game. 2 this inning, and Mariners threaten they have an opportunity to take the lead.
Well, this is also part of the scouting report, is that he can get wild at times. In his last outing against the Tigers, he had 4 walks in 4 innings. Strom on his way out to the mound to buy some time for Joe Smith. But he's thrown a lot of pitches. 5 innings, 77 pitches, 5 innings, 89 pitches, 88, 92 pitches in 4 innings his last time out. Seen this before.
Strami using all 30 seconds. Mariners' first visit since beating Verlander, Cole, Morton, and Osuna in a 4-game sweep August 9 through 12.
We'll see what Gene Segura can do. Good speed on the bases for the Mariners.
That knocking his opportunity, you're hearing. 1-0 Mariners. Couple of men aboard. Strike 1. Green walked in a 3-2 pitch in the first, walked in a 3-1 pitch in the third. One. Segura at 313. Hitter with runners in scoring position. Chop foul. He's got Broch's handles. He's got the third base coach for the Mariners. Now a 1-2 count to Segura.
He's been ahead. He's gone to the breaking ball or the two-seamer down out of the strike zone.
Here we go, 1-2. Breaking ball. Hit to Altuve, who gives some ground. And throws out Segura. So much for the threat in the fifth. It's 1-0 Astros. For us to tell you that Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports brought to you by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners official partner in health. Get your guide to living Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org/Mariners. Buy steel to find your local steel dealer. Visit steeldealers.com. And by Virginia Mason Primary Care. 1-0 inside Minute Maid Park. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here. Bottom 5. RBI by Marwin Gonzalez. Who else with a 1-0 lead?
Reed has given up just the 2 hits, and it was back-to-back doubles to score the 1 run. Gaddis grounded into a double play his first time up.
Gaddis with big numbers against Wade. Gaddis in charge right now, 2-0. 7-8-9, Gaddis, Maldonado, and Reddick. Gaddis bounced into a double play. First time up, 6 for 14. 3 homers against LeBlanc. Broken bat. Looper coming on. Heredia coming on strong. Can he get there? Backhand! And he made the play! Guillermo Heredia. Getting some depth there from D. Gordon, what a play. Talk about acceleration and covering some ground. Wade LeBlanc really appreciates that.
He was playing just in front of the warning track, and you can understand why with Gaddis hitting. And he closed on that fly ball. He was determined to make the catch, and a backhanded catch at that. Primera Supremo, the concentration as he goes into the slide. Great play. Again, the big swing from a power hitter, and his first move was he broke in right away. No hesitation at all, and that made it was probably the difference in making that play.
Jake Marisnick is on deck. Pinch hit for Reddick. Maldonado. There's 1-1 here. Man, that was a good play. Maldonado screwed himself into the ground there with that swing. Flied out the left his first time. Time call. Two and two. Five strikeouts by LeBlanc. He's walked two. Going to have to dig this one out. See if Maldonado tests him. Oh, that's a big mistake. He's going to be out by a mile.
Well, he'll have a base hit, but another strong throw from Mitch Haniger.
12 outfield assists.
If it was on line, it wasn't going to be close. Okay, as he cuts it off before it gets to the wall, plants and fires, and it's a strike. One hop, perfect, no problem at all for Segura.
I wonder if Alex Cintron, the first base coach, had a lasso. Because he would have liked to have used it. There was no way to catch it was rumbling into a double on that one.
I think most of the time against most right fielders, he may have ended up with a double, but because it's a long throw and has to be an accurate throw, but not against Mitch Haniger. That was a mistake.
There's Jake Marisnick pinch hitting for Reddick.
Houston last one would have been pretty cool to see.
We're in Texas. I mean, come on. Whoops. No, I don't think so. Come here. Two outstanding defensive plays here in this inning.
Well, Maldonado, a big man, he may end up dragging him all the way to second. Never know.
Like my experience at Gillies on the Mechanical Bull some time ago.
Hopefully that's over with.
Amen, brother. No chance.
I'm going to be in Texas for the week. I don't want you to get any ideas.
No, 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 no. Much easier play for Haniger here. Two great defensive gems. And the Astros fifth, 1-0. Houston. in Houston as we go to the top of the 6th inning. The Orchid card is all you need to ride the Sounder train. Link light rail, buses, ferries, and streetcars. Learn more at GetWorkASmart.com. Some defensive changes as we take a look at the Metro here. Some of the good mass transit here in Houston. As we mentioned, the 4th largest city in America. New pitcher is the veteran right-hander, Joe Smith.
Side armor, fastball at 88 miles an hour and a slider. 52 appearances on the year, a 2.93 ERA, 44 strikeouts and 43 innings. Walked 10 batters this year. Opponents hitting just 188. He has given up 5 home runs. And he will get the middle of the lineup for the Mariners. Nelson Cruz going to lead things off.
Jake Marisnik takes over in center field and moving from center to right, George Springer. Marisnik, a very good defensive outfielder himself. 3, 4, and 5 coming up against Joe Smith. Ellie tonight. Strikeout, bounced into a double play.
There's the slider off the plate. Sweeping slider because of the arm angle. Also a sinking fastball.
Well, he's had his problems against Joe Smith. 1 for 17. Altuve waiting for it. One out here in the 6th. Robbie Cano tonight getting the rest, getting a day off. Flu has been going through this ball club. Cruz at the back end of it. Segura's had it. Maven's had it. Paxton just back from battling the flu/pneumonia.
Well, good news for Scott Services. He has some pretty good options on the bench. Cano, you just mentioned him. Span, Gamble.
Vogelbach, who big home run yesterday in Anaheim. Here's Ryan Healy. 0 for 5 against Joe Smith.
Daniel jumped on a first pitch fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, but a rare night off for Robbie.
Astros crowding that left side of the infield. Bregman, Correa, and Altuve. Healy struck out and grounded out to short. Healy thought that was off the plate, but just got a piece of it. Ryan Gorman, home plate umpire. One-two pitch. Stayed with it. Altuve though runs it down. So 2 outs here in the 6th. Coming up this fall right here on Root Sports. Another exciting year of Gonzaga basketball. They're ranked top 5 in the preseason polls. Zags have another loaded roster returning their head coach Mark Few. And how about what Few's done? He's guided the Bulldogs to 21 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances. Check out the full schedule on GoZags.com. Catch the action all season long right here on Root Sports. Two outs for Kyle Seager. Strike out and a walk tonight.
Another borderline pitch, but getting the call. Kyle turning back, talking to Brian Gorman. A lot of times as a hitter, you just ask him, is that it? Is that as far as you're going to let him go with that pitch that Kyle, I'm sure, thought was off the corner and appeared to be off the corner?
It's riding in on him. He fouls it off 0-2.
It's also a polite way to let Brian Gorman know that you missed it.
Yeah, keep yourself in the ball game, right?
That's right. Keep it friendly, but let him know.
And a lot of you mentioned earlier, a lot of times they know too.
They know.
Who was it? There was a game earlier in the year where I missed the call. And the player gave him what for? And he just stood there and took it because he knew he blew it. It happens. I think that was last homestand. I think Jeremy Rehab, the young umpire.
I like the umpires Even when I was playing, I would say something to them or start to go down that road, and they would look at me and go, Mike, just missed it. Get in the box. Well, I mean, what are you going to say after that, right?
Exactly. Don't try to cover it up.
Just missed it. Get in the box. Let's go.
Sharon Armstrong has been really good for the Mariners out of the pen. He's heating up. Well, that totally takes the beef right out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have no shot. All right, okay.
Sean really thrown the ball well for the Mariners. Low to mid-90s fastball with a slider.
Kyle Seager going against Joe Smith, and if it seems like Joe Smith has been around for a long time, it's because he has been. 12th year in the big leagues. Cleveland, Angels, Mets, Cubs, Toronto, and Houston. Maldonado takes a look, nothing doing.
Well, for Kyle, he's had some good pitches to hit. Last 3 pitches in the middle of the plate for him. Just hasn't been able to square it up. And a no 2 count. I would say those are mistakes that Joe Smith is getting away with.
1-0 an RBI double with 2 outs, 4th inning by Marwin Gonzalez that drove in Yuli Gurriel, who had doubled right before. Your guys warming up. Take a guess. Houston bullpen.
How about Tony Sipp?
Thank you.
Yep.
Now Michael advances to the bonus round.
3-game series. We'll see him at least twice.
Tell you what, left-handed.
He's been a good left-handed pitcher in this league for a long time.
Exactly where I was going. He's a good one. So many times in Cleveland. Kyle battling here, 1 and 2. Again, pitch running in on his hands. This one's playable. Catcher Maldonado. Oh, you got it. No, you got it. I thought you had it.
That's the first baseman's ball all the way.
No question.
That's another break for the Mariners and for Kyle Seager.
It went out of the park right here.
Yep, exactly. I'd pop up. Thought maybe it had a chance to hit the roof. It's in the air for a long time. See what happens right here. And it seemed to me that at the end there, Maldonado, looked like he was making a play on it, and I think Gurriel saw the same thing.
Yep.
I'm not sure that either one of them called it. I think most of the time you'd like to see the first baseman call him off, even if he thinks he's going to make the play on it. Another opportunity for Kyle as the count goes to 2-2.
Tied down by all that gear, and that's a much better angle.
And a better glove to catch it with.
Oh, that's the truth.
Let's see what Kyle can do. 8 pitches so far in the at-bat.
Pulled around to the right side for him.
Rare mistake by Houston. You like to take advantage of it. They're the #1 fielding team in the American League, along with all the other things that they do well.
Seager 2 for 7. One of the hits, a home run.
Kyle has 21 home runs on the year. It's by direction. Typically, he's going to pull the ball to the right side. It's a piece of a slider. 10 pitches.
Christian Yelich just hit for a cycle for the 2nd time this season.
Well, the Brewers are really playing well, and he is having a monster year.
Man. Joe Smith way outside. He's faced the Mariners 47 times.
Been around for a while.
13th among relievers.
Mentioned that Tony Sipp, the left-hander, getting loose in the pen. A bunch of right-handers are due up, but he's getting ready for Robinson Cano, just in case he's going to pinch hit.
Tony Sipp has seen the Mariners 52 times, tied with Dan Plesac. And this is in relievers only, of course. How about Seager? He's seen 22 pitches now in 3 at-bats. Fouls it off.
What a battle.
Marathon. Cameron Maven is on deck. Should Seager reach. Struck. Inning over. Nothing across in the 6th. 1-0 Stros. Against the defending world champion Houston Astros. Wade LeBlanc has struck out 5, walked 2, and he gave up an RBI double in the 4th inning to Marwin Gonzalez for the only tally. Top of the order, here's George Springer. Springer tonight a strikeout and a ground out to short. Nice work here by LeBlanc. Has not been hit hard this evening. Mike pointed out at the beginning of the game, stay out of the middle of the plate.
Well, he's done a pretty good job of that. He's mixed it up, and for the most part, he's pitched away, and he's missed off the plate away. A few times that he has pitched inside, which we've talked about throughout the game. It's important for him to do that. He's either been right on the corner or he's moving them so he can go right back away again.
Two balls, 1 strike. Springer, Altuve, and Bregman top of the order for the Astros. He's going for the downs there. 2-2. Adam Warren heating up for the Mariners in their pen. Long 2-2 pitch. Right back to him. We're talking about great defense. Take a look at these two plays from the 5th inning, folks. This is great stuff.
When you're in a close ball game and you're pitching well, you have to have some help from your defense. And Guillermo Heredia, you can see how deep he was playing the sliding backhanded catch to take a base hit away from Gaddis. And then Mitch Haniger on a ball hit down into the corner, able to cut it off before it gets to the wall. He will just wheel and fire a strike into second base. His 12th outfield assist. It makes it look easy, but a strong throw and an accurate throw.
Here's Altuve. Jose has walked and fly to left. Career 4 for 8 against LeBlanc. Rays continue to roll 2-0 over the Rangers. Interesting matchups coming up. Mariners here in Houston for 3. Oakland has the Angels for 3. The Rays 3 at Texas. And the Yankees start a 3-game series at home against Boston tomorrow. Saw those Altuve numbers. Top drawer stuff. Three and one. It's number 90 coming up for Wade LeBlanc. Could not stop that corner. Altuve's aboard for the 2nd time via a walk. And it's the 3rd walk of the evening issued by LeBlanc. Raise a glass on Saturday, September 29th. We're going to celebrate the 10th annual Oktoberfest at Safeco Field. Take advantage of a special offer that includes a ticket, a drink voucher, and Mariners Stein tickets. They're available only at mariners.com/Oktoberfest. And a dejected Wade LeBlanc leads down 1-0 with a man aboard in the 6th. Nothing Astros here in the 6th. Time now for Beacon Plumbing. Called the, then we'll get to that in a second. But first, let's take a look at Wade LeBlanc. His stuff was good tonight.
Overall, he pitched well tonight. You're going up against this lineup. It's a healthy lineup again, and he was just trying to keep the ball in the ballpark. I think 5 1/3, 90 pitches, 53 strikes overall. Gave up the back-to-back doubles, and that's been the difference in the game. He had to pitch around a few walks, but I think part of that was by design. He was being very careful to not leave anything in the middle of the plate. 5 1/3, just 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 90 pitches, 53 strikes, 20 batters faced, 9 first pitch strikes. He's responsible for the runner at first base.
Now our Beacon Plumbing call to the pen is going to bring us right-hander Adam Warren.
Low 90s fastball with a slider. 42 appearances on the year, a 3.23 ERA, 48 strikeouts and 47 in a third. Opponents hitting just .236 against him. He'll get the middle of the lineup. Bregman stepping in.
Bregman tonight popped to short and struck out. Bregman 0 for 5 against Adam Warren. Bregman to reach base safely at 42 consecutive games, the longest active streak in the big leagues. It's in jeopardy here tonight.
And now a good count for him. 30 home runs on the year, 100 RBIs, and a hitter's count.
The middle, Segura smothers, gives the D. Quick flip. Too much speed. Bregman on a fine play to get the lead runner. Two outs here in the 6th.
Hit it off the end of the bat. Diving effort by Segura. Low flip.
Two outs, runner at first. Yuli Gurriel strikeout in the first, double to right, and a run scored in the 4th. Ball 1. Two and 0. Ryan got Tony Sipp on the right, the left-hander.
Ryan Presley, the right-hander, hard-throwing right-hander they picked up from Minnesota.
Runner goes, got a good jump. Segura on the backhand, loads up, throws across, and retires. Gurriel. Runner stranded in the 6th, 1-0 Stros. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box, try something different like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls, only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor the BNSF Blast. Good look at fourth largest market in America, Houston, Texas, 1-0. And back-to-back two-out doubles in the fourth. RBI for Gonzalez. Tony Sipp making his 52nd career appearance against the Mariners, tied with Troy Percival for 7th all-time among relievers against Seattle. Mariano Rivera leads the list with 63.
And for Sipp, 48 appearances on the year. He's pitched well for Houston this year, a 2.12 ERA, 38 strikeouts in 34 innings. Opponents hitting just .215. He gets just 1 home run on the year. Cameron Maben will lead things off in the top of the 7th inning. For Sipp, fastball, slider, split. Average fastball 92 miles an hour. I mentioned his days when he was with Cleveland. He was more 94, 95. So that's the good split, though.
0-1 to Maben. Ball called by Maldonado, doesn't get the call. Cameron took a called third strike and bounced into a double play. Tony Sipp, his first 4 years in the big leagues with Cleveland, a year with Arizona. He's been with Houston since the 14th season. Two and one. Good count here for Maben, 3-1. Maben 0 for 3 against Tony Sipp.
Working him down and away. Going there again. Missed his location, but was able to get away with it. Elevated fastball that time. Low target from Maldonado, the catcher. Maben swings through the fastball.
Cook and Vincent heating up for the Mariners in their pen. 3-2 pitch.
A little late on the fastball. You can see Tracer has it in the middle of the plate, just above the knees.
Maben and Tony Sipp, teammates, part of last year. Sipp been here for a while, as we mentioned, 14th season. Maben 21 games with the Astros last year after being traded over from the Angels. Strikes him out, 1 down. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Following the Mariners' 7-10 game versus the Rangers on September 27th, 4,000 fans. You're going to take home a free bag of Safeco Field soil thanks to Cedar Grove. Visit Mariners.com for tickets. Mike Zunino fly it to right, a strikeout, 0 for 2. Zunino 0 for 4 against Tony Sipp. Two-two. Count for Mike. 3-0.
Not even close. Trying to pitch him at the top of the strike zone. We've seen that quite a bit in the second half of the season to Mike, but it's not as easy as you would think. So used to pitching down, especially Tony Sipp, the veteran. He's missed his spot.
And a 4-pitch walk. Dragging run aboard. Going to bring up Guillermo Heredia, base hit to left and a walk. Astros move their center fielder, Jake Marisnick, move him closer to right center, not too deep for Heredia. Gonzalez in left, Marisnick and Springer the outfield. Strike one to Guillermo. Already 0 for 2 against Tony Sipp. Lead Butler.
First off speed pitch from him. And all fastballs. Both fastballs in a row. That looked like a split that was left up.
So that note about Yelich in his second cycle, both have been against the Reds. Oh, 2 pitch. Pull the string on him. There's 1. They won't get 2. So 2 outs. Fielder's choice has Heredia at first. Join us Tuesday during the Mariners game for Twitter Tuesday. You're going to get 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by interacting with us on Twitter throughout the ball game. We'll be posting questions. We want to hear from you, so be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at RootsSports_NW. Giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. Tomorrow, Mike Leake goes against Josh James. Mike looked good last outing.
Bregman, the third baseman, even with the bag at third, maybe just on the grass.
Mike Leake winning last Thursday in Anaheim.
Not much of a move from Tony Sipp.
Oh for 2 night for D. Pitching's been the story here. Houston a run on 3 hits, and Mariners no runs on 2 hits. Bregman in at third. And another I see you move over there by Tony Sipp. Heredia's attempted 5 stolen bases, been successful once. That's going to get through the hole. Heredia making a turn. He'll get to third easily. No throw. Runners at the corners. That comes with 2 outs here in the 7th.
And it'll turn the lineup over. Mitch Haniger going to hit. As usual, D, he's going to be aggressive early. Gets a fastball. A little cutter, it looked like, middle in. And hits it through the right side of the infield. Good hustle by Heredia. Springer has a strong throwing arm, but a nice jump, and as usual, Guillermo always running hard. So that will be it for Tony Sipp.
Pitching change here in Houston. Mariners threaten tying and go-ahead runs aboard here. Top of the 7th inning. A.J. Hinch going to make the call to Ryan Presley, a right-hander. He'll be back right after this. AL champions. Another pitching change here by the Astros. Here's Ryan Pressly.
Hard-throwing right-hander, 72 appearances, a 2.67 ERA. How about 95 strikeouts and 67 in a third? His fastball at 96 miles an hour, slider and a curveball to go with it. And we'll be back to the top of the lineup for the Mariners. Mitch Haniger in his 4th plate appearance. Been on base a couple of times. A base hit in the first, a walk, also a strikeout swinging.
The Mariners can end this 16-game scoreless streak with Pressly, covering 14 in the 3rd innings. Breaking ball misses. Haniger 9 for 20 in a road trip. There's Heredia at 3rd and D. Gordon at 1st.
Interesting. We mentioned with Maldonado, one of the better throwing arms are going to see, but good speed on the bases.
Backed off away from a breaking ball. Mitch 1 for 2 with a walk tonight.
If D. Gordon decides to run, Altuve will have to cover second base. Correa playing over towards the hole, and he is playing deep out towards the grass. Might be an opportunity to steal a run. Not sure that he will run with Mitch hitting, but we'll see.
Good eye by Haniger, 3-0. Pressly 29 out of Dallas. 11th round pick of the Red Sox back in '07.
Gene Segura on deck.
Twins traded him here. Jorge Alcala and Gilberto Celestino, a couple of minor leaguers. Back with a strike. Astros got their runs. 2 outs, 4th inning. Double to right by Gurriel. And Gonzalez followed with a double to left. Big RBI man at the plate. Mitch Haniger. Runner goes. Pitch taken and no throw. Stolen base for D. It's going to be ball 4. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Gene Segura.
See Maldonado looked like he was going to try to throw to second base, and Heredia was on his way down the line, so that would have been an interesting play, but Mariners will take the bases loaded with Gene hitting.
Segura tonight walked twice, grounded out to second base. Big spot here, bases loaded. First pitch strike.
Fastball at 97 miles an hour on the corner at the knees.
Segura 1 for 5 against Pressly. Oh, 2.
Chase the slider.
15th sellout here at Minute Maid Park. 43,144 on hand. Segura's ready, so's Pressly. 0-2 pitch. Outside. Crowd in the lower bowl, many in the mezzanine on their feet right now here in Houston. Big chance for the Mariners. Speed outstanding on the base pass with Heredia, Gordon, and Haniger. The 1-2 pitch. Pressly deals, breaking ball, hit up the middle, right back to the pitcher. Underhand flip, and over they stand through. Go to the bottom of the 7th here. Marwin Gonzalez will lead things off for the Astros. 23,000 plus Astro fans here. 1-0. Houston. MLB at Bat is your #1 Mariners app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get the Mariners home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Well, disappointing into that inning, Mike. My goodness, bases loaded. Couldn't get anybody home.
Well, you're right. And they have the right people up there. You turn the lineup over, and Segura has been one of their best hitters, but unfortunately, it was a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Ryan Cook is going to take over 16 appearances. Already just over 5. 14 innings. He has 20 strikeouts. Points hitting .245 against Ryan. Mid-90s fastball and a slider.
First of 3 here in Houston. We get 3 in Texas, so you might as well get used to that last song that was played here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. An important inning for Ryan Cook. Middle of the order for Houston. Try to keep the score right where it's at.
Ray LeBlanc started, went 5 1/3, 1 run, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Adam Warren came on to get the last 2 outs of the 6th. The ever dangerous Marwin Gonzalez drove in the only run of the ball game. First pitch from Cook. Ball 1. One on the count. A double came in the 4th inning. First time up for Gonzalez. He struck out in the 2nd. Ball D. Gordon. Cano with the night off. 1 away.
Well, this game is going to get the feeling that we will see Robinson Cano at some point.
Oh, yeah. And you hope that he can swing it like he did here in 2016 at Minute Maid Park when he went for a .476 batting average, 7 homers, 14 runs batted in 10 games played here.
Well, in the top of the 8th inning, yeah, Cruz, Healy, Seager, they will all hit for themselves, but then you start to get towards the bottom of the lineup, maybe an opportunity there. Hector Rondon, another hard-throwing right-hander getting loose in the pen for Houston.
Correa walked and struck out tonight. Two 2-0. Fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carlos Correa. Tampa Bay leads at Texas 3-0. Remarkable what they've done. 2-2. A's with the night off. They open up the series at home against the Angels tomorrow. The full count here to Correa. Evan Gattis is on deck. Don't get fouled.
Ryan Cook going right at him. Correa has been struggling and been nothing but the fastball to him. His fastball tonight, 95 miles an hour.
Three-two. Off the fist, popped it up. Segura. Nice play. Worry about the stands over there. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Evan Gaddis. Bounced into a double play and got robbed of a base hit on just a fabulous backhand sliding catch by Heredia back in the 5th inning. Gaddis 0 for 1 against Cook. That beard has really gotten long. We saw the Astros twice in August, once here and once back home in Seattle. And I think back when we met Gaddis in Atlanta, I want to say, well, it was 18. That was about the 12th season, I guess it was. It's pretty long now, but this is amazing.
He was playing left field then for the Braves.
Left field, did some catching. Too quick.
Fastball on the inside corner. Saw the numbers over the last 10 games. He has been struggling with a 100 batting average.
It was the 14 season when we saw Gaddis for the first time. Bounce foul.
Really good crowd here tonight. Replica ring night.
It's a great call. And again, we had a buddy of mine show me his Philadelphia Eagles ring, and he got the Spanish radio reporter. It's impressive. The replicas that they give to the fans, they're not too shabby either.
Well, a lot of pictures being taken tonight.
Yeah. Got him. Nice work by Ryan Cook to put away Gaddis. 1-2-3 7th. To the 8th we go. Nelson Cruz to lead it off for the Mariners. Beard there, 1-0. Astros as we go top 8 coming up on Root Sports. Another Beacon Plumbing High School football game. Tune in this Thursday to see the Rainier Beach Vikings versus the Eastside Catholic Crusaders at 7 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss the action this season on Root Sports. Brought to you by Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Mechanical. Stop freaking. Call Beacon. New pitcher for the Astros, big right-hander, Hector Rondon.
This will be his 60th appearance on the year, a 2.43 ERA, 55 2/3. He has 64 strikeouts, opponents hitting .238 against him. His fastball at 97 miles an hour and a slider.
First pitch strike to Nelson Cruz.
Yeah, middle of the lineup for the Mariners. Cruz, Healy, Seager.
Line drive, center field, base hit. Nelson Cruz, 4th hit for the Mariners. See if they can bunch them together here.
Well, fastball right in the middle of the plate, solid line drive. Back into center. A pinch runner for Nelson Cruz.
Christopher Negron.
And Ryan Healy will hit.
Negron had a terrific 3 for 4. Ball 1, 3 for 4 night against the Angels on Saturday in the Mariners 6-5 win.
That's not a home run.
Got his first Mariner home run, his 7th home run of his career. Scored twice, knocked in 2. Stroke center field. Here comes Marisnik. Forward makes the play. Mentioned earlier, every year we've seen Marisnik. If he were hitting about 280, he'd be a superstar. He's one of the best defenders in the American League.
We've seen this many times with him. He gets a great break on the line drive. You can see Ryan not happy about it at all. He thought he had a base hit. And it's not easy to dive straight forward right back into the infield on a line drive and make the catch.
2+ gloves in center field. You got Marisnik and Heredia for the Mariners.
There's Kyle Seager looking to extend his hitting streak to 7 games. He is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts and a walk.
Swing and a miss. Rondon had been the closer for Houston with 14 saves, and then they obtained Roberto Osuna from Toronto. Seager 0 for 3 against Hector. Coleman Lawrence heating up for the Mariners. Slap the other way. That's going to work. Got to get somebody to cover third, and very alertly Correa led the charge with the pitcher, the catcher, and the third baseman. Mariners threaten here. 1 out, runners at first and second.
With that base hit, a 7-game hitting streak for Kyle. He's going to get jammed, but beats the defense. Late swing off of his hands. That will drop in the outfield for a hit.
And as predicted, here's Robbie Cano. The pitch hit for Maben. Cano 0 for 4 in yesterday's game and had the big 3-run double 8th inning Saturday in the 6-5 win. Come from behind win by the Mariners.
Mariners need a clutch base hit. 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position tonight. And Robbie will be the guy to get it done.
6-1. Cano 1 for 3 against Rondon. Good pinch hitting numbers over his career. Not that many opportunities for a guy who's going to play, with this year being the exception, upwards of 155 games.
That might work.
Let's see, Marisnik, and seriously, another front diving, fantastic play by Jake Marisnik. What an inning he's had. Robs Robbie Cano.
The Mariners probably have 4 base hits and at least 1 run for most center fielders that in the game, but Marisnik closing speed again, diving catch. Romero Supermo, he started the game on the bench, came in for Reddick.
Reddick has developed a bad ankle, and Marisnik, and you mentioned earlier, every year he's been with this club, we've seen him make some just really sweet plays defensively.
Bernard Span is going to pinch hit for Mike Zunino.
Wasn't he the one that ran up the hill a couple years ago? Man, oh man, got to circle around both of those ABs. That hurts. Need Span to come through here. 6 for 11 in that 4-game sweep here in August.
Really done well pinch hitting. 6 for 16 with 4 RBIs, a couple of doubles.
Pinch hitting here for Zunino. Inside ball 1. Span 1 for 3 against Rondon. Oh, this is going to remind me of O.A. Bum Phillips. Remember, he coached the Oilers down here, and they were. Says, we've been knocking on the door these last couple of years. We want to knock the door down. That's what the Mariners are trying to do here. Break through in this 1-0 game. And they've had some threats. Left the bases loaded in the 7th. 2 on here, 2 outs in the 8th.
Denard did not like the call. 98 miles an hour, borderline strike.
Last time here, Mariners swept a 4-game series. They beat Verlander, Cole, Morton, and Osuna. The 1-1 to Span. Empty. 1-2.
Slider right under his hands at 89 miles an hour. Rondon was topped out at 98. He's the difference. Jake Marisnik in center field.
Absolutely. Mariners looking for a 2-out knock here from Denard Span. Couple of middle board, down 1-0. Rondon, the pitch. In tight. Wow, what a take. Look at that. Mariner fan, did you see him there? He almost couldn't look. He had his hat on. His wife's talking to him.
1 slider so far. 3 fastballs, couple of them in.
Denard needs to hit it where Marisnik ain't. Pitch. Another good take there. Full count.
Borderline pitches. Already on deck. We'll probably see Gamble. And Span can reach.
Marisnik shading towards left center. Altuve and Correa, feet on the grass, up the middle. Here we go, Rondon's ready. 3-2 pitch, the runner's ready to take off. And Rondon shut him down for the moment. Mariners had 2 defensive gems in the 5th, 2 here by Marisnik in the 8th. boy, that's what could have been if he doesn't make those catches.
Yeah, it's completely changed the game.
They've grown at second.
Good news, the span has been able to get the count to full. Should get something to hit.
Find a gap and let them run. They're going to be taking off on this 3-2 pitch. 2 outs. Span not going to his rhythm, and it's his game. Veteran presence of Denard Span. Mention 1 for 3 against Rondon. 3-2 pitch. Runners go. Pitch. And he took it for ball 4. The bases are loaded.
Borderline again. He ended up taking 4 pitches, all of them borderline, and they were balls, but not by much. That will load him up. And it's going to be Daniel Vogelbach.
With that first pitch, the fastball. Let it fly. You didn't see yesterday's home run that he hit. We'll just tell you, it was smoked.
On a first pitch fastball, just above the belt in the middle of the plate.
Brent Strom with some intel on Vogelbach here. Pitching coach for the Astros. Fifth mound visit for the Astros.
We know that about Maldonado. He will make his trips out to the mound. Well, I thought maybe we'd see Gamble, but it'll be Vogelbach. We can get a fastball to drive.
You mentioned it's funny you mentioned it because before the rule, I would think that Maldonado and Gary Sanchez led the league in that category.
Yep.
Sanchez, the Yankee catcher. There's Big Bogey. Bases loaded. 1-0 Stros. Ball 1.
Well, he's been missing down out of the strike zone with his fastball. A good fastball tonight at 98 miles an hour.
One-0 pitch. Correa moved over to the right side of second now. 1-1 to Vogelbach. And he hit it hard to the gap. Look at this baby fly. It is gone. A grand slam by Daniel Vogelbach. Oh my goodness, I can't believe he did that. Jumped all over it. And the Mariners have taken the lead here against the defending world champions. A grand slam. The first slam allowed by the Astros this year. 4-1 Seattle.
A patient at bat by Denard Span. And it's got service. Sending Vogelbach up there, and he gets a fastball. It is middle.
Boy,
yeah, he's excited. He should be.
Earned some bona fides like that, man. I'll tell you what, a grand slam off the bench. 4-1 Mariners. Wow. That's got folks headed for the exits here. Big smile. How about that?
Colomé thought maybe it would be him, but Scott Service saying before the game that he was under the weather, but he is going to get loose and pitch the 8th.
You know, Alex, he's a gamer. There's D. Gordon. D drives one into the gap. Watch him run. Watch him run. He's in full gear. He's got minimum 3. He is getting it. Ball's bobbled. They're going to work now. They're going to stop him. They're going to stop him. Oh, at the last second, Scott threw up the stop sign, but he was thinking inside the Parker. A triple for D. Gordon with 2 outs. Wow, what an inning.
There's the fastball to Vogelback.
Oof. He knew he had it. That is big time. D with his 6th triple. Here's Haniger. Brad Peacock heating up now for the Stros. Hit hard. 1 hop. Correa throws him out. Highlight of the inning. The Vogelback grand slam, and this wasn't bad either. Look at D. Gordon. He knew he had Gap City, and let's go. And he's fun to watch. And he's able to throw the brakes right there because he had inside the park written all over it. He's having fun. 4-1, Seattle. Out to play Washington's lottery, and these Mariner fans got to be excited as we are up here in the booth after that Vogelback pinch hit grand slam. First one since Goody got one against Detroit's Neftali Feliz back in 2015. It's the 3rd pinch hit grand slam in Mariners history. That was very exciting.
Still having a good time in the dugout. Why not?
Alex Colomé takes over on the mound. D. Gordon, he followed with a triple.
Dave going out to center field now. Robinson Cano also is one of the pinch hitters in the inning.
Here's Alex Colomé. Good to see him here, even though he's a little bit under the weather.
Tony Kemp is going to pinch hit and lead off.
Pinch hitting for Maldonado. Kemp had a good series against the Mariners in Seattle. Mariners were here, won 4 straight, and then Houston came to Seattle and won 2 out of 3, and Kemp was right in the middle of everything.
For Colomé, 66 appearances, a 3.23 ERA, 70 strikeouts in 64 innings. Fastball at 95 miles an hour and a hard slider.
That's a long way out in that gap. Already make that Gordon running it down. Run down some changes for you. Gordon takes over in center, moving from second base. Cano, a pinch hitter, stays in the game at second. Colomé is in, and Freitas is doing the catching now. One attempt goes foul.
Marisnik was trying to be the hero of this ball game. A couple of great catches in the 8th inning. Then the grand slam home run by Daniel Vogelbach.
Swing and a miss. His plate appearance here. Came in for Reddick with an ankle problem. Got him to chase it. Afraid to slip the tag. 2 down.
We'll turn the lineup over. George Springer, leadoff hitter. In his 4th plate appearance. So after fastball at 96, it's back-to-back cutters off the plate, gets him to chase it.
Colomé doing his job. He's got 2 outs in the 8th. Tied for 2nd in the American League. 27 holds. Tied with Chaz Rowe of Tampa Bay. George 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out to short, and come back into the pitcher. Colomé enters the ball game. Mariners at 37-6. Just tuning in, some serious fireworks here. A pinch hit grand slam by Daniel Vogelbach in the 8th. Mariners sending 8 men to the plate. The thing that was whacked about that, 2 forward diving fabulous catches by Jake Marisnik. That could have just sucked the air out of the ball club. But they got a walk with 2 outs, span on a 3-2 pitch, and then Vogie got one out of here.
Couple of quick outs, and that's all of a sudden losing the strike zone. 9 pitches, 5 strikes.
Full count now. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. Mariners in top of the 9th. James Segura is going to lead off. Colomé trying to finishing touches here on the 8th inning. Right to Segura, played beautifully. Throws him out. Colomé 1-2-3 in the 8th to the 9th. A 4-1 Mariner lead. season with the Mariners. Bases loaded, 1-1 count, 8th inning. Mariners down 1-0. Not anymore.
98 in the middle of the plate. He turns it around, able to barrel it up and hit it in to Houston's bullpen for the grand slam. Set up by a terrific bat by Denard Span right before that.
Boy, that electrified that dugout. That was a lot of fun. Brad Peacock takes over.
56 appearances, ERA just over 3, 93 strikeouts and 61 in the third. Opponents hitting just .210 against Brad. Fastball, slider, average fastball 93 miles an hour.
So you got Segura, you got Ben Gamble on deck. Gene hacks away, fouls it back. Not surprised to see the 3 and the 9. Top reliever in baseball. 1-1 here to Gene Segura. 2 walks, 2 groundouts tonight. Breaking ball hit up the middle. Here's Correa. Long arm. All the way here in the top of the 9th. Get home field advantage on Silver Bullet Saturdays. Download the Coors Light Rewards app. Start earning points towards rewards like Mariners tickets and Coors Light gear while supplies last. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Ben Gamble's going to hit. Negron had come into the game to pinch run for Cruz, and Gamble will pinch hit for Negron.
Mariner fans pretty thrilled. A lot of empty seats. You mentioned after the grand slam, a lot of folks said, well, we'll skedaddle.
They have their ring.
Yeah, I know, ain't that the truth? He said, that's exactly. Friends of mine back east complaining about the Phillies. I said, you've been to 2 World Series and won 1. I don't want to hear it. John Armstrong joining Diaz out in the pen.
Sean was up earlier in the ball game, so it shouldn't take him long to get loose. I think if the Mariners score a run, Armstrong will pitch the bottom of the 9th. If they don't, safe situation, turn it over to Edwin.
Gamble looking for his first hit against Peacock. He's 0 for 4. 2-0. Make that 2-1, 2-1. Well, Squibber. Bregman takes care of it. Two outs, and that'll bring up Ryan Healy.
Ryan hit a line drive into center field his last time up, and that was one of the great plays by Marisnick. Diving play on a line drive.
Pitch here to Ryan. Takes the first strike. Mariners have grounded out 14 times here tonight. Really 6 for 16 with a homer against Brad Peacock. There's another base hit. Breaking ball. Had to shift on against him, so a 2-out base hit. First hit tonight by Healy.
Slider right off the end of the bat. He deserved that base hit after being robbed his last time up.
I hear you. Certainly did.
Kyle Seager with a base hit. Extended his hitting streak to 7 games.
You get robbed like that, you're talking to yourself for a few minutes, right?
Yeah, when you go back to the dugout, everybody's telling you way to hit it and all that stuff, and you don't want to hear any of it. You want to get paid off with a base hit.
There we go, slapping one the other way. Here come the Mariners again with 2 outs.
Back-to-back hits the other way for Kyle Seager.
Fastball probably off the plate. Stays with it. Line drive the other way.
Here's Robbie. They got robbed by Marisnik in the 8th. Strike 1. Cano 3 for 12 against Brad Peacock. Max Stassi, the new catcher. Good stop there, 1-1. One pitch, couple of men aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a miss.
And a fastball to hit, elevated for him, middle in. Just a little bit late on the swing.
Numbers 2 out runners in scoring position, batting average. 2 outs, 2 on, a 1-2 count here to Cano. Hit hard, Altuve takes a base hit away from Cano.
Robbed twice tonight. Edwin Diaz, ladies and gentlemen, it is sugar time. 4-1 Mariners. Pinch hit, grand slam in the 8th inning. And don't forget, stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Brad and Bill will have all the details for you.
Those Mariner fans got to be feeling real good. He's got Edwin Diaz in the game right now. He saved all 4 wins here back August 9 through 12.
What a year he is having. 70 appearances, 55 saves, ERA just over 2, 120 strikeouts and 70 in a third. Opponents hitting 163 against him. Upper 90s fastball and a slider. We'll get the tough part of the lineup. Altuve, Bregman, Gurriel are due up.
He saved Saturday's game in Anaheim. Strikeout, a home run, and then 2 flyouts. He has Manfred just moving up. Bobby Thigpen and Rodriguez. Their numbers in jeopardy. Here's Jose Altuve. Altuve 0 for 3. Swings at the first pitch. Segura for the first out. We'll bring up Bregman 1 for 3 against Diaz.
Typically with a 3-run lead, you will see a lot of fastballs from Edwin. He will go right at him.
That thing is on you and her. Man.
A lot of arm speed.
On 1 pitch. Diaz step and throw. There's a bullet over to Healy for a second out.
He did. He looked good fielding his position, though. He looked like a shortstop.
Hey, you know, he said, "Hey, man, that ate me up." Pops that wrist, you know. And
Yeah. He has a whip, no question.
There's Gurriel. Center field, Gordon. That's a beautiful thing here. 1, 2, 3 and a ninth. Mariners win it 4-1. Their 37th come from behind victory. They need 5 pitches from Diaz to do it. Vogelbach, the hero, with a pinch hit grand slam.
Not much happening for the Mariners, but the 8th inning rolled around and some really good at bats to get the bases loaded so that Vogelbach, as a pinch hitter, could hit the ball into the bullpen. A grand slam home run. Diaz now 3rd in saves in the season.
How about this, Mike? 5 consecutive wins here in this building and 6-1 in Houston.